What really happened to Destiny's Child? They were the pop sensation that dominated the charts, captivating millions with their vocal prowess and undeniable star power. But behind Destiny's Child's glittering success lay a darker story, one of bitter rivalries, power struggles, and wounds that may never fully heal. What began as a tight-knit trio of friends from Houston spiraled into a firestorm of infighting and public scandal, as original members ended up suddenly replaced and legal battles threatened to overshadow the group's musical triumphs. Through it all, the singers persevered, chasing ever greater heights of fame, until the relentless pressure finally split the group for good. In this video, we go behind the scenes to uncover the true, untold story of Destiny's Child's dramatic rise and fall. From their humble beginnings to their coronation as one of the greatest girl groups of all time, a tale of sisterhood, betrayal, and the immense price of pursuing a dream bigger than themselves. The average listener of 1990 would have considered Destiny's Child a successful girl group, competing with other popular groups such as Spice Girls, TLC, and En Vogue. They aimed to make a lasting impact in the music industry and succeeded in establishing themselves as a significant player in pop culture. It all started in the early 90s when Beyoncé, Kelly, Latavia, and LaToya were a tight-knit quartet of childhood friends bonding over a shared passion for music. Initially called Girls' Time, the quartet attained enough success to be noticed by the top dogs at Columbia Records, and in 1997, Destiny's Child, as we would come to know them, secured a Columbia Records deal. Their self-titled debut album in '98 was a decent start, housing the lead single No No No, marking their introduction to the Billboard charts. Following up with The Writings on the Wall, their sophomore album released in '99 sent these ladies flying atop the charts. Suddenly, you couldn't turn on the radio without hearing smash hits like Bills, Bills, Bills and Say My Name. They had created the independent young women image, and now, Anthem. Grammy Awards rolled in, tours sold out, and Destiny's Child became a global pop sensation. As the new millennium dawned, this Houston-bred quartet had reached the pinnacle. The group was topping charts worldwide, raking in millions of record sales and captivating audiences with their dynamic live shows. Destiny's Child had become untouchable superstars, or so it seemed on the surface, until the adoring public would eventually learn that the group was on the verge of a meltdown that would go down in pop music history. The fairy tale rise of Destiny's Child was not without its dark undercurrents. Beneath the success of their chart-topping hits and Grammy accolades, tensions were steadily starting to bubble within the group. Things came to a head in 2000 when original Destiny's Child members Latavia Robertson and LaToya Luckett were suddenly dismissed and replaced by new singers Michelle Williams and Farrah Franklin. The lineup change sparked outrage from the ousted singers, though Beyoncé had told MTV Total Request Live that the duo had quit. In an interview with Chris Connolly, LaToya and Latavia disclosed that they simply wanted to change their personal management agreement and not quit Destiny's Child. LaToya Luckett expressed the strange feeling of being separated suddenly after being together since childhood. Although Beyoncé acknowledged existing problems, she maintained that the other girls weren't kicked out suddenly and were very aware of what was going on. However, the music video for Say My Name, released in February 2000 with Michelle and Farrah replacing Latavia and LaToya, told a different story to the public. As LaToya Luckett later recounted in an interview, the news came as a complete shock. "First of all, I was like, 'Nah, you're playing, shut up,' LaToya said. And her annoyance would later lead to a joint lawsuit with Latavia accusing the manager, Matthew Knowles, and their bandmates of a breach of contract and financial mismanagement. This legal battle strained the girls' relationship, and the ensuing media war made matters even worse. Things seemed to only escalate from there. Farrah Franklin's time with Destiny's Child was short-lived. In July 2000, a few months after she joined the group, Farrah quit on grounds of mental health struggles and management issues, but it would take years for the truth of her departure to surface. In a 2016 interview with Vlad TV, Farrah made a horrifying revelation to the public as she disclosed that it was the group's management who forced her to leave, also claiming that she was treated in a way no one would want their 18-year-old daughter to be treated, and that the manager frequently got loud with her. On the other hand, Beyoncé, Kelly, and Michelle remained members of the group, but its dynamic had changed significantly from the original quartet that captured the world's imagination. However, the band continued to produce hit records and gain global acclaim, but the internal tensions were impossible to ignore. The legal battles, the lineup changes, the simmering personal conflicts, all of which threatened to overshadow the band's undeniable musical brilliance. As the glorious rise of Destiny's Child unfolded, the cracks in the foundation grew ever wider, and with the pressure mounting, it was only a matter of time before the group faced its ultimate reckoning. Matthew Knowles, the manager, had an idea, and the group decided in late 2000 to go on a hiatus and allow the members to pursue solo projects. By 2002, Michelle released a solo album that reached #1 on the Billboard Top Gospel Albums charts. Kelly won a Grammy for her collaboration with Nelly on the song Dilemma. Following its success, she released her album Simply Deep in 2002, which reached #1 on the UK Albums chart. Beyoncé wasn't left out of the action as she recorded her first solo single, Work It Out, as the soundtrack to the 2002 box office hit Austin Powers in Goldmember. For Beyoncé in particular, the solo detour proved to be a career-defining move. In 2003, she released her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, considerably the most successful album of the 3 Destiny's Child members, and cemented her status as a global superstar in her own right. In 2004, Destiny's Child reunited to release their final studio album, Destiny Fulfilled. The group's dynamic had quite notably changed, and the difference was evident through the sonics and creative contributions aside from management. There was an air of equality amongst the trio. As the album promotion and tour wound down, it became clear that Destiny's Child's time as a group had ended, and in 2005, the trio formally announced their split to 16,000 people at the Palau Sant Jordi in Barcelona. The real reason is that we're getting older. We each have our own things we want to do. Beyoncé told Dave Letterman in a 2006 interview, anchoring on the same sentiment expressed in their letter to MTV, declaring that the girls wanted to end things on a high note, united in friendship, and filled with overwhelming gratitude for the music, fans, and each other. The disbandment of Destiny's Child marked the end of an era. Their success, however, has only made them one of the greatest girl groups in history. In the aftermath of their breakup, the group reunited for a final performance at the NBA All-Star Game in February 2006. Although they had released their last album as Destiny's Child, Beyoncé expressed that the world had not seen the last of their live performances. The members have gone on to achieve different levels of success, but still work together by featuring in each other's music, videos, and live performances. In 2007, Kelly and Michelle, along with Solange, the sister of Beyoncé, appeared in the music video for Beyoncé's single, Get Me Bodied. Michelle and Solange would accompany Beyoncé as backup dancers at the BET Awards. Beyoncé introduced Kelly, who performed her single, Like This. The bond between the members of the girl group persevered. With a total of 4 compilation albums released by 2013, the girls proved their creativity and commitment to their craft. Among these was Nuclear, the group's first original song in 8 years, which was produced by the legendary Pharrell Williams. This track was included in their compilation album, Love Songs. In 2013, the trio had the honor of performing as special guests during Beyoncé's iconic Super Bowl halftime show. Kelly and Michelle joined Beyoncé on stage, where they performed some of their greatest hits, including Bootylicious and Independent Women. The trio also performed Beyoncé's smash hit, Single Ladies, Put a Ring on It, leaving the audience in awe. In 2016, they participated in the viral Mannequin Challenge, and in 2018 joined Beyoncé for yet another performance as she graced the Coachella stage with the girls. The story of Destiny's Child still fascinates music lovers worldwide, even after 18 years since their breakup. This begs the question, what would have been if they stayed together? Do you think Destiny's Child would have attained more success together than individually? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.